Good day, everyone. This is Teacher Michelle, and welcome to another day of learning, another day of fun while learning, and another day of gaining information, gaining knowledge from our virtual discussion this time. Before we proceed with our discussion, let us have a short review on what we did last time. We discussed about modals, right? Could you still remember? We discussed about modals. Modals are auxiliary verbs that express permission, obligation, and prohibition. And these modals will be used in our communication, will be used in communicative style. So this day, we will be learning about communicative style. But before that, let us be guided on what will be our target while we are having our virtual discussion. The first target is that we will recognize the importance of communicative, or what we also know as speech style. The second one, we will choose appropriate communicative style suited for use in various situations. So those are our targets. Now, let us take a look at this situation. On your way to the city, you were able to meet one of the members of the BTS, with V. Luckily, he gave you an autograph and you cannot fathom your happiness that time. You want to share your joy to someone and you can't help but tell it to the following: your best friend, your classmate, your teacher, and your mother. Now, do you think that you will be able to impart the information, impart the situation to them in exactly the same way? See, for example, the way you tell the situation to your best friend, would it be the same on how the way you tell it to your teacher? No, right? It's because you have a distinct relationship. You have a specific relationship from your best friend and your teacher. And that relationship would somehow greatly affect on how you share those information to them. Okay. Let us define what is communicative style. From the word communicate, this is our way of conversing, this is our way of discussing, this is our way of talking to people. Okay, it varies. So by definition, according to Martin Juice, it is the form of language the speaker uses and is characterized by the degree of formality. When we say form of language, it could be either formal or informal language. Now, when you will be talking to your teacher, of course, you will be using formal language, right? But when you will be talking to your best friend or to your classmate, you will just use informal or slang or colloquial words. Those are informal language. And again, communicative style is characterized by the degree of formality. When you will be talking to the principal, of course, you will use formal language. When you will be talking to your parents, to your mother or father, then somehow you will be casual to them or intimate to them. Okay. According to Martin Juice, he gave 5 types of communicative style. We have the first one, frozen. The second one is intimate. The third one is casual. Fourth one is formal. And then the last one is consultative. Let us have the first one, which is frozen. As the name suggests, it is frozen. It will never change. If it will change just a little bit. It rarely changes. This is the most formal communicative style that is usually used during respectful events and ceremonies. Why do you think that that is the most formal communicative style? It's because it uses most complex grammatical structure and vocabulary in which only a certain person or a certain group of organization could only understand. Okay. It uses good grammar, long sentences, and vocabulary. And then it is frozen in time and in content, which means if we are to change that speech, if we are to change that piece, it will go through a lot of processes, or it will be difficult to change. So that is why frozen communicative style is a fixed speech, which means it is frozen, which means it will not change at all, or it will rarely change. It is used during respectful events and ceremonies. What are examples? We have marriage ceremonies, we have pledges, we have anthems. Okay, it may be used in places like the palace, places like church ritual, and places such as speech for state ceremony. Okay, so those are the respectful events and ceremonies. By definition, second definition, it is used generally in a very formal setting and does not require any feedback from the audience. Most formal communicative style for respectful situations. Okay, so then and again, it is a very formal setting. Ano man? It's because it has a complex grammar. It has a complex vocabulary wherein it is only known in a particular field, and it does not require any feedback from the audience. Another example of frozen communicative style is reciting the Lord's Prayer. If you are given the chance to alter it, would it be easy? All right, so that is why the reciting a prayer is an example of frozen communicative style. Why? It's because that speech or that piece is already fixed. Okay, it is already fixed. It will never be changed, or it will rarely change at all. So that is frozen communicative style. So as what you can see in the picture, this is our president facing to two gentlemen in here, and somewhat they are making an oath. So if we are making a pledge, or what is this? An oath, right? So that certain speech, that speech is already fixed. That speech is already fixed. That is already not prepared, but that is the way it is. It is already given. So that is frozen communicative style. Let us proceed to the second one, which is intimate communicative style. By definition, this is for very close relationship for couples, family, and somehow close friends. It is also used for self-addressed questions or self-talk, etc. When we say intimate, you are having a speech, or it is a style of conversing to your family. All right. It is used in conversation between people who are very close, wherein it's because you have shared a maximum of shared background information. Okay, this communication is private. Why? It's because this will only happen between you and your family, between you and your mother, between you and your father. Okay, you have a maximum shared background information that is private, that is close. Huh? This is reserved again for close family members or for intimate people. Say for example, we have husband and wife talking. So their conversation is intimate. Boyfriend and girlfriend, that communication or their communicative style is intimate. Next one is the way you converse with your sibling. You have shared the same background information, and that conversation is intimate. And then the last one is from a parent to a child. So that type of communicative style, that type of communication is intimate. We have here examples, couple talking about their future plan, and family sharing ideas, or very close friends sharing secrets. Okay, so that is intimate communicative style. That is the second one. The third one is casual. Okay, by just simply looking at the pictures, they're like they are talking through their eyes, right? Naisip po bang naisip ko, B1? So that is their way of communication, casual communicative style. This is an informal communication between groups and peers. When we say peers, this could be, or this is the same with friends. Huh? That is casual. Casual is used in conversation between friends and insiders who have something to share and have shared background information but don't have close relations. So that's the difference between intimate and casual. When we say casual again, you have shared a maximum background information. Okay, but when we say casual, you don't have close relations. When we say casual, it will use informal language. It will use slang words or it will use colloquial expressions. Okay. See, for example, your conversation with your friends. It is already 12 o'clock and you said that, OMG, it's almost 12. I'm so hungry. Then your other friend said, wanna eat lunch? And then your other friend said, let me grab a call from the store. So what words did we use? The first one is OMG or oh my gosh or oh my god. The second one is wanna. Okay, combination of want to. That is the slang. And the third one is let me or let me grab, or grab, the formal language for grab is get. Let me grab or let me get. How do we call OMG, wanna, and let me grab? Those are what we call slang words in which only you and your friends could only understand. Okay. If we will use wanna or OMG to your grandparents, would they understand? No, right? It's because only this group of people could understand what you are saying. That is what we call slang. And slang words, slang vocabulary is used in casual communicative style. The second definition, yes, we're done with this. Used in conversation between friends and insiders. Okay, so that is what we mean by casual. For example, we have here phone calls, everyday chit chat with friends. Okay, remember, friends aren't. We cannot call them right away with we have intimate relationship with them. No, it's because maybe we have just met them and just call them friends. Okay, another example of casual communicative style is we have emails, vlogs. They are using informal language or slang or colloquialism. The fourth one is, okay, the formal communicative style. Maybe you will be, shall we say, maglibog, or you have a kind of which. What is the difference between formal and this is the first one, frozen. When we say formal, this is a formal speeches are straightforward speeches. It is something that it is a speech, the speech that the speaker has already prepared. Okay, in this speech style, the speaker avoids or will not use at all slang terminologies, examples of which are given earlier. Slang terminologies, what the speaker says is something that has been prepared beforehand. Okay, What do we mean by this is what the speaker says is something that has been prepared beforehand, or the speech is already prepared. That's what I've said earlier. The speech is already prepared. The speech is already in there. Okay. And its complex sentence and noun phrases are well structured, the same with frozen, right? Logically sequenced and strongly coherent. For formal settings, it is only one way in nature. Okay, it does not require feedback from the audience. One example of formal communicative style is during graduation. We have their graduation speeches, right? You cannot interrupt with the person who is giving the valedictory address. You cannot have your feedback, but you can just respond with just a clap, right? And that speech is prepared. That speech is already planned, okay? Prepared or fixed speech. So that is formal communicative style. Another example is the sauna, just like what we have in our picture in here. President Rodrigo Duterte, who is giving his sauna speech. Another example is a welcome address. So that is formal communicative style. Okay, do we have any questions on what is formal? Okay, let us proceed to the last one, which is consultative. Okay, from the word consult, which means we will require or we will need an expert in here. So consultative, it is used in semi-formal communication, and the sentences, and to be shorter and spontaneous. The speaker does not usually plan what he wants to say, but most operational among others. Okay, when we say consultative, it is professional disclosure, it is an unplanned speech. Unplanned speech, it's because the speaker will be sharing some information to the listener, and the listener will respond. Okay, it will respond to what the speaker is saying. So that is what makes it a two-way participation. The speaker will say something, and then the listener will respond to what the speaker is speaking. So that is consultative communicative style. Another example of this is a regular classroom discussion. Okay, can you still remember our scenarios in classroom discussion? Okay, we have there a teacher asking or giving information, giving knowledge. And then the student will respond, right? Will share what he also knows. So that is consultative. Again, it is a two-way participation from the speaker and from the listener. And it will require an expert when we have this one. Okay, this has a high level respect that is given to those who is giving the advice. Okay, so those are the 5 communicative style. The first one is frozen, in which it is having or it has fixed speech. The second one is intimate, or the way you converse with your family, with your parents. The third one is casual, the way you converse with your friends, your classmates. The fourth one is formal. Those are the speeches given in formal occasions. And then the last one is consultative. Okay, let us have a short quiz. I want you to identify what communicative style is being described in here. The first one is inquiring about the first periodical text. That is very good, consultative. Second one, offering a prayer before meal. Prayer before meal. That is very good, frozen. That the speech or the piece is already fixed. Third one, delivering a graduation speech. That is formal. Very good. Fourth one, having one-on-one conversation with a special friend. Okay, it's not just only friend, but special friend. That is intimate, correct? And then the last one, talking with friends while watching anime or K-drama. What is that? That is casual, correct? So those are the 5 types of communicative style: frozen, casual, intimate, formal, and consultative. So I guess that ends our video discussion. This has been Teacher Michelle, and see you in our next virtual discussion, and have a good day. Goodbye. Thank you for listening.